Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Jordan McGee, on today's episode of Modern Scientists you've probably never heard of before, but you should have. Today we are going to be traveling all the way to Canada, Toronto, Ontario to be specific, to introduce our geneticist, Cassandra Extavour. Before we discuss any of the research aspects of her life, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about her childhood and what it was like growing up for her. She was a daughter to two immigrant parents growing up in Toronto, Ontario. It was really hard for her. It was a really different setting along for her parents as well. But she made do as she really picked up such an amazing hobby that she still has till today, which is performance. From the age of 5, she was a performer. She sang, she danced, she even drew. Anything involving the arts she was in love with. Before science even came to her life, she wanted to be a performer, and that's so amazing that, it was something that was so important to her that even when she did find her true passion, she was still able to keep up with and carry on into her adult and professional life. But moving a little further into what got her into the arts was her father. It's so amazing, even that he was able to make such a big impression on her. He was in a Afro-Caribbean band himself. He was really into the arts as well, which is how she got introduced to it. And it really was something really amazing for her because not only did it really fill her childhood with such vibrancy and color and life, but it also led into her adult life, and it gives her a space outside of science for her to be able to express herself. It's more than just being in a lab, but it's being able to be someone that's other than the scientist, which I think is really amazing. And I'm really, really, really impressed that she was able to keep up with such a life. From the age of 5, I believe, she had been performing with the Talvo Music Group, which she still performs with them till this day, which is, again, amazing. And yeah, moving on to more of like the personal bits of her life, she's very into social activism. With her being a queer Black woman, it was something really important to her, especially growing up in the neighborhood that she did. Again, her father was really into social activism as well. He started a fund. It was a MLK fund to raise money to just help spread awareness about, people of color and, the importance of educating Black children on, their culture and where they came from, and really imprinting that idea of togetherness. And that was really important to him. And again, that was another thing that carried into her adult life, that not only does she advocate for the progression of, LGBTQ people, but she also promotes the progression of Black people, which honestly, it's really hard to be a queer Black woman in today's society. So to see her prevail so much and be such a figure for young Black children who are interested in science is so amazing. And it's so great to just look at all of her accomplishments and look at her early life and see how much she's done and how much it means to what she's doing now. Now that we've talked a little bit about her childhood, I want to introduce you a little bit into the transitional phase of her life, where she went from wanting to be a performer to wanting to be a scientist. In an interview done by the Company of Biologists, Exavour states that she wasn't really into science. She didn't really care anything about it until high school. High school was the moment where it really all started for her, and it really just started with her curiosity of how human behavior worked and how it related to the brain. With that being said, after high school, she got her undergrad at the University of Toronto, where she attained a honors BSc degree. And again, with wanting to explore the sciences more, she decided to apply for a summer internship in Madrid, where she worked in a developmental lab, and she had various responsibilities. But again, this was really the turning point for her, and it was really what made her really want to become a scientist. It was, as she stated, one of like the most amazing moments, one of the most coolest things to have done, and it really helped shift her into the right direction of not only that she did want to do science, but you know, what aspects of science does she like, what, you know, subgenre of science she wanted to go into. So I think this was a very, very, very prominent time, and I feel like it's one that really needed its own segment because it was really amazing for her. And while she was in Madrid, she attended the University of Madrid, where she obtained her PhD, which again, just an amazing thing. And at this point, she had her PhD. She was really ready to kickstart her career and really get started with her lifelong research. Now that we've talked about her early life and her transition into science, we're going to talk about her research and more professional life. So after spending time in Madrid, she then went to Greece and she completed some postdoctoral work. She then went to the University of Cambridge, where she completed some more work in just searching for germ cells in organisms. And then finally, she was able to set up a lab at Harvard University, where she started her main research project. In this lab, they were trying to research the origin and function of genes in germ cells, and you know, what impact they had on cell decisions during development. They looked at many different orthopods, testing the role of BMP signaling, and inevitably found that it was a necessity for germ cells in development. Now, this research is still ongoing, so there's still so much to be learned. I will attach a link of her Harvard site where you can see all of what they're doing and all of how their research is progressing. But along with the research in germ cells, they also have a side project going on for the research of a gene called OSCAR. I won't get too much into it, seeing as though this was a very small project that they did, but basically they were just researching the gene, and they found it in cricket orthologs, and this discovery was very new. Actually, it was something unexpected, seeing as though it was thought to belong to a smaller group of insects, but it showed that the gene played a role in the nervous system instead of the germline. And with all that being said, that was the life and work of Cassandra Extavour. I think she is a really amazing woman, and I think it is so incredible how she came from two immigrant parents that didn't attend college, and then she went on to achieve so much. She has a lab at Harvard. She is still able to work as a professional singer, and it's just really amazing. I really do recommend you check her out some more, look her up on your own time. She does still perform. Again, like I said, she does still perform in her free time, nationally and internationally, and I think overall she is a very, very, very amazing figure for young children, young Black girls, young queer kids all around. I think it's really amazing to be able to have such a prominent figure in the STEM community, seeing as though all the challenges that come with being a woman, a Black queer woman, it's just, there's so many things that she had to fight through to get where she is. So I think it's really great to be able to have such a amazing figure like that in science. So again, with all that being said, that was Cassandra Extavour, and I hope you like this video. See ya! Is the lighting right? I don't know. Do I need more lights? I don't want to like see the ring light in my glasses. Should I like move my computer down more? Is this good? Okay, I think I'm ready. I don't think I'm ready, actually. I don't even know what I'm going to say. The lights still aren't right. Is the background right? Oh my gosh, I hope, should I? I don't know how the microphone works on here.